Hi, this is Weekly Reflections, and I'm NancyJoy. Some blue moon we had last week, that's for sure. Brought up a lot of new things happened in our life that, a year ago would have done me under, but right now I am actually learning to allow them to transform me. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. If love is the only answer, can you really accept that? And really, when we're talking about love, yes, love the other people, love the person who's hurting you, whatever that may be. That's an old spiritual paradigm. What we're talking about is bringing love back to you. And where your emotions are taking you now in the 5D reality, if you allow them to, is they're taking you back to those parts of yourself that need love. It's really that simple. And yet we have so much resistance to taking their journey. Once I did a thing on anger, and the quote was, anger can take you back to yourself if only you'll allow its journey. And it's something like that with our emotions as we move into 5D. Processing's in the past. We've already said that because that comes from your conceptual mind, which is stuck in duality. We are now learning to reprogram, whatever you want to say, have a new venue for our mind that can move into the mind of the fifth dimensional reality. So remember Ezekiel says, all our emotions were created by us to return us to love. They all have value, they all have purpose. So, but here's the real question then. How does one stay with emotion without going into duality? And the mind projecting outward. If you project an emotion outward, it's going to stay with you a lot longer. If you just go into it, love it, surround it, ask it to show you where you don't love yourself, just that one question. I accept this emotion because I know it's showing me where I need love. Just those simple words. Burn through the resistances and bring you into a space of love. We're not looking for what's the lesson. Okay, what's the lesson? Going back to your past. Well, I did this because that. We're not doing that anymore. We are no longer saying, oh, it must be karma. Karma shmarma. I did a great YouTube on karma shmarma. That again is such duality. Because you did this here, then this happens there. Once again, back to duality, right? So, or I'm having negative thoughts. So I attracted this very excruciating experience to me. No, because you're still projecting that out onto you. You're projecting blame onto you. Because I had these negative thoughts, this will happen. My good friend Matt Kahn says all the way through this, pretend you're talking to a 5-year-old child. And that's the kind of love you need, that you are missing. And of course, you would not tell a 5-year-old child, oh, well, you were a Roman soldier in a past lifetime and you hurt this person, so now they're hurting you. What? That makes no sense. It makes no sense anyway, really. Or would you tell them, oh, Bobby, you've been having bad thoughts and that's why this person bullied you. No, you wouldn't say those things, would you? So it's time to bring the love back to you. And so that really begs the question, if love is the answer, can you accept it? Can you accept that all these emotions are about loving yourself, and they can be the transformative gold in this movement into integrating yourself into the 5-dimensional reality and even further? I did my body of work long ago, way back in the 90s. I called my body of work To Love It All. Because even then I knew that there is nothing that is not of love. And if there's nothing that is not of love, then my job here on this planet is to learn to love it all. And as we went into before, that doesn't mean to accept abuse and not have strong personal boundaries. It means to love that part of you that's creating this because it so needs your attention. You are that little child, but not in the old way. not in the old way of the inner child where you're looking what mom did, what dad did, and processing that. Not in that way. In this way, it's the innocence inside of you that just so needs your love and understanding, and it activates these emotions to bring you into your wholeness and your completement. All these feelings are pushing you back into love. So the question truly is, if you know love is the answer, what are you unwilling to love in yourself? Because that's the only reason you created these experiences and you're having this emotion that's uncomfortable. And you are going to keep creating this experience or one just like it over and over again, thinking, well, gee, I didn't get the lesson, when it isn't about a lesson at all. It's about loving a part of yourself. I love you, I love you, I love you. NancyJoy, I just love you. You know, it does shift things. And if you can work with your emotions in this way, you can. There is nothing that you cannot bring back into love. So I know, like this experience with my neighbors, I'm sorry, I just had a computer glitch there, that it's bringing me back to love. And I've already uncovered just so many spaces in myself that needed that attention. And so remember, you are not bringing these situations to you to learn a lesson or because of your negative thoughts. Let's be clear. If you know love's the answer, then when difficult life experiences erupt in your life and the accompanying thoughts and emotions are literally there for you to burn through them so you can transform, like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. Their energy to use for the fuel of your very being, the love that you are, to light it up and quickly burn those old cellular patterns into ashes so you can become the light, the master that you are. And this is new for us as we shift into high D frequencies. We're too used to the old forms of spirituality, and they are disintegrating quickly. They're not going to be the support you need. So you are really ready now to embrace yourself in new and wondrous ways. And to me, that's also, like we talked about last week, the ascension is all about. So have fun with this, look at yourself, and learn to love it all and catch the magic. Have a great week, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.